Hello patrons, welcome to the Centorial On Your Own 3 challenge, and in this we're going to make 3 patches, a bass, a lead, and a pad, okay? So if you aren't familiar with the basics of synthesis, then what better time than now to get involved. So what I'm going to do is hop over here into Ableton, and I just got a new mixer, so hopefully we're going to get some stereo sound out of this, and hopefully it's balanced right, because Joe's voiceover was like hanging to the left. So I'm going to be using Massive exclusively. So again, if you're new, go ahead and use Primer. Okay, that's all pretty basic. You just got to follow the instructions. Remember to initialize, and yeah. So the first thing's a bass, okay? But before a bass, we could just do a patch, but why don't we do a little loop? I like to start around measure 33, and let's do, sorry, I've been in Reaper so long, I almost forgot how to use Live. Let's just do a little 2-measure phrase right here. We want to record something because, so we have to have a tempo, okay? So yeah, Massive. Let's we want a bass patch, okay? So I've been doing harmonic minor. Usually I do stuff in B flat, so let's do let's see. Okay, good enough. So I'm just making a little loop, so we have something for the bass to play, and then we can quantize it. What he wants is an amp attack of 0, so that's this right here. It's already 0 with my init patch. My cutoff's already down pretty far. The other thing that you might want to think about is changing your voicing to mono. Okay, you know, pretty basic bass patch. Yeah, really just, you know, select your waveform. I already had saw. Saw is a perfectly good one. If you want square, that's fine, but I don't always prefer that sound. Filter cut off down a little bit. Massive doesn't have numbers, so you just do it by ear. If you want to try the other type of filter, so you get more, because again, it's opening up more toward the top with 2 instead of 4, which just gives you a little bit more of a tighter bass. Okay, hopefully you can hear me talking. I have my release a little longer. And for the lead, he wants something bright and also with a 0 attack. So that kind of, I don't know what I'm going to do there, because I already made my bass kind of busy. So let's initialize, and let's try to come up with something. Let's try something like that. But we want it to be a little brighter. We're still using a low pass. And he also wants the attack, but he didn't say anything about the voicing. We could do a single. The envelope a little longer. Probably want to turn it down just a little bit. Maybe too much. So, you know, we're just on one chord here. But it's a lead, right? We could play a little higher. Octaves. Let's see what we're going to do. Yeah, let's just start there. Just a little reverb, you know. Alright, so that's your, you know, obviously if you want to play lead, there's not going to be a huge difference. You know, obviously I opened the filter up a little bit, but, you know, mostly it's also where you play it. You know, if I play the bass patch up high, and then, you know, that almost could be a lead in a certain section where I just have it filtered for effect. But as it stands, you know, just for a basic starting point, this is the kind of thing you're going for. And you can, like later you're going to learn about unison. In Massive they call it unisono. Let's take a look. Where they take a single voice and then split it up. So even if you were to have two detuned oscillators for one single voice, if you had unison and did it for two voices, it would like split. I think it's like four, right? So I think you'd have the main one and then two on each side, or it would just split it off. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, you can definitely make it bigger than this, but this is just to get started, okay? And then the last thing we want to do is a pad. So let's rename this lead and then pad. And for a pad, you don't want it to be too offensive. You know, you kind of want it to support everything. It's just chords. So he wants a soft attack, long release, low cutoff. I don't know. It feels like everything kind of gets bunched together. But let's hear what we're doing. Okay. So once again, initialize, and we want to play some chords, right? So we got our bass down here, got our lead here. Maybe we can do like a high pad or spread it out. So I don't know. Maybe. Remember, Live 9 doesn't have note chasing, so we're going to have to trim these start points right here. Okay. Now he wants a long attack, which makes sense. And then, you know, to make the long release make more sense, we could probably just shorten these notes. I feel like the pad should be just a little shorter, you know, just to, I kind of would like an abrupt stop on it. So it stops it. Yeah, so that's pretty good, right? I think so. You know, when you do a little mix, you want to understand what's the most important part. So it's obviously the lead. So let's play that. Cool. So there you go, like a tiny little mini track. It's funny how perishable DAW skills are, because I've been in Reaper and like none of it's the same. But yeah, so again, we have our bass. You know, it's pretty punchy. I'm hearing like little clicks and stuff. It could be just the computer dropouts. We got it in monophonic, so if I was to play it, you can only play one note at a time. So yeah, that's that. And then the filter was down. Here we have the lead. Or no, this is the pad, because I moved it. So this is the lead. And if I wanted to play chords, I could. I play up to 16 voices, but you know, just a single line. And you know, if I was to change this to monophonic, it would probably behave a little bit differently. Let's give it a shot. As opposed to polyphonic. And it's about the same, you know, because nothing's really overlapping, and the release time is pretty short. So regardless, we could play chords, but we don't. And then with the pad, we definitely are playing chords. And you know, rising the notes up like that is going to give almost like I'm opening the filter. But we haven't gotten into modulation. You know, whereas with modulation, what you would do is something like this. You'd have your filter, right? Sorry, let's solve that. As opposed to, you know, that sounds a lot more musical because something's happening. But yeah, here's a little track. All you need is a kick drum and you're on your way. So hopefully that was helpful. Guys, thank you for being a patron. Sorry for any technical difficulties. I'm trying to get things sorted. But yeah, this video should go up, I don't know, today's the 22nd, so it'll go up next week. I think that's going to be the 29th. Whatever. Going to keep pumping these things out for you guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I'll see you next week. Peace.